Hello, stream. How's it going? How is it going, chat? We are back for some more interesting, wild RNG manips. I'm not doing Chansey. It's going to take too long. We're going to go for Gastly. What's up, Kazin? How are you doing today? Actually, I want to, Alright, let me ping my Discord. What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Yep, totally possible on Switch Lite. No difference, really. Chansey's gonna take too long. I just don't have the, we just don't have, like, a good frame for it. If there was a lower stakes thing, or, like, a lower, like, an easier to find Chansey, I'd go for it. But, oh, me. But there's not. Like, we have to wait too long. I just don't want the stream to be just, like, really dull and nothing going on. So, we're going to switch up Pokemon targets, which is fine in my opinion, but... Let's do 50. We're going to go for a Gastly, I think it's got a really cool shiny. Go for... 1,000. Oops. Wild one. We're going to do... What is this place called? Pokemon Tower? Is there wild Pokemon here? I don't think there is. I think I have to go to the next floor to get to wild Pokemon. What the heck? Yeah, we're going for Gastly here. Star Square Submit. What do we got? Any natures that are interesting? Brave. Ooh, we have a Modest. It's a little bit of a late wait, though. A couple of Modests, but they're all, like, long. Timid, not bad. I don't mind going for this Timid one here. It's got 3 special attack, though. I don't care that much. We'll go for it. Let's go for this Timid one. We'll go for this Seed. I think our calibration was like 30 when we were doing this last time. So, alright, advances. We are doing continue screen advances or frames. We're doing 996. Paste. Calibration. I'm probably leaving that. I don't know if that's good to leave. And then let's change this to 600. Back to what it's supposed to be. We also have to reload this. Well, I'm tabbing in and out, so it'll probably reload again. So we're aiming for total advances 2196. Let's go here. Let's just go to like 2.5. Oh. And let's go to like 1 8 5 6, like that. Right, and then we'll do any. And we should be good to go. I think we should be good to go. We'll reload this and then we just start our attempts. How's everyone doing today? Let's make sure the timer works. It's beeping. All right, here we go. Whew. All right, good morning, good morning. You know what, yesterday, I didn't have a messenger tab open. I'm going to do that right now. Mic movement noises incoming. Oh, you're supposed to not fall asleep. That's going to have to be changed. I didn't check, actually. But I should check. Alright. I have to make sure that this is not falling asleep. This should never do that. Is it because I'm in low power mode, maybe? Oh, I'm in low power mode, that's why. Do I turn it off? Battery, low power mode. Okay, we're good. I am in GBA mode, so that's good. Alright. Oh. Let's capture this Gastly to do this first calibration. This Nightbot says that every 5 gifts you'll give 5. Is that correct? Yes, that is correct. Up to 10. Up to 10 total gifts. So I'll match the first 10 gifts given. I can also only give 5 at a time. But yeah. So once 5 are hit, I will match is basically how it's gonna work. Oh, and the seed that I'm aiming for is what? It was 70 7040, right? That's what it was. What's the seed I'm aiming for? We'll change this to plus minus 20. We're not gonna be that far off. Alright. Let's see what we got. Nature Hardy. Gender, I mean, gender, you could input it, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, we're looking at level 13. 16. 27. What do we got? Alright, we were... I mean, these are both really close to each other. When you have this type of thing, you actually can't, like... You actually can't, like, tell. These are the exact same Gastly, just 2 frames apart. They even have the same personality ID. When that happens, you pretty much can't do anything about it. You just have to guess which one it's going to be. And it doesn't matter in any case because these are both the same seed. So we're going to input the milliseconds for the seed in. Let's get that copied. And we're not even going to adjust the... Yeah, we're not even going to adjust the actual frame. Because there's no point unless you're on seed. Do an adjustment there. Alright, and we try again. Alright, here we go. I actually didn't like that start for some reason. We're just going to restart. let me get chat going, because I don't know, I'm not reading it right. Okay. Is RNG manipulation hard on the 3DS games? Yeah, it's not super easy. I would say that Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon have things that like make them inconsistent in a couple of different ways. That's frustrating. Gen 6 kind of requires you to have a good computer, and then it also has the same even odd issues that this game has. But it's got even worse problems. Alright. We'll catch again to do a calibration quick. If you're wondering what I'm drinking, it is advgg. You could type !advgg to find it, or Nightbot will do a little bit of a circulation. Telling you where you can go in order to find that info out. And as Nightbot is saying, that every time 5 members total are gifted, I will gift 5 as well. Or not gifted, it's joining yourself or like becoming a member yourself or gifting. Either one counts. And then when I get 5, I will gift chat 5, is what it is. Are we 1 seed early, and we hit this on the continue screen frames. I'm going to adjust the continue screen frames because 1 seed early is literally 1 frame, so it's pretty much safe to adjust at this point. So we're going to paste that in there. Okay. These cables are kind of bothering me. Hold on a second. Because I keep bumping into this cable. I don't want that to happen. Okay. We should be good. I will not be bumping into a cable anymore and shaking the entire camera. I don't know. The bigger change to competitive team building is going to be champions, right? And I didn't reload. We have to reload, and then we have to do like the false start that the mobile timer will give. There we go. Go. Am I getting a play button? Yeah, I already have it. It came a couple of days ago. I wasn't sure if I was going to do anything or not. Like a video or a short or something like that. I don't know if I was. I might have just going to put it on the wall, maybe. But it is very surreal. I mean, I've been doing this... This is my 10th year of this YouTube channel. And my 3rd year of full-time. You just have to hold the A button until the save file select screen appears. If you hold it longer or shorter once the save file select screen appears, it doesn't really matter. Let's do an adjustment, see where we landed. You always have to do a lot of calibration when you first start booting up an RNG manip. Then after that, it's like, whatever. And I forgot to put the nature in. It's jolly. After that, it becomes like kind of vibes based, you know what I mean? To put the level in. It's probably not wild 1, is all wild methods we gotta go. Yeah. We were on seed. We probably hit this one. 992 is probably what we hit, if I had to guess. You're a couple frames early. I might not adjust off of that. We'll go one more time before I adjust. You notice inconsistency when you press start on mobile? Yes, the first time you go to the page, it'll lag. And then after that, I'm missing the button. And then after that, it's pretty consistent. Make a necklace out of it. I remember watching your Ruby Sapphire Star Hunt tutorial long ago, got really into manipping. Thanks for keeping up with your Fire and Leaf Green manips and overall Pokemon RNG manips. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, the reason I haven't done anything on TGTV on Switch is we would kind of have to do it the old way right now because 10 Lines doesn't support it. I should ping Lincoln on that. There's also not a ton of seeds, which is when TGTV is going to be the most beneficial, but... So, like, the issue is that right now, TGTV is not... None of the TGTV calculators that exist right now, well, I think support the correct amount. So, like, even my TGTV calculator that I made is for 313 frames, which is wrong. It's 314. So I would have to either tag Lincoln to make a TGTV update. Or I would have to update one of my calculators, which my calculator would be easy to update. I would just have to change the number. I would just have to change the number to 314 instead of 313, so... It's not like it can't be done. I do not know if the Hex Maniacs move at all or not. I have no idea. We got a Cubone. I'll do one more and then I'll calculate. The thing is, you really don't have to worry about the Hex Maniacs moving. There is a way to prevent NPCs from moving if they are trainers. So this is a fun tip if you didn't know. If you have the Versus Seekers and there's moving NPCs in the area that you're in, what you can do is trigger the Versus Seeker. And then battle them. And then after you battle them from the Versus Seeker, they will stop moving. And so then you won't have to worry about them at all. But that obviously that only works if they're trainers. I didn't like this. This was a bad attempt. Twisted Choodle, thank you for the 5 slappers. Everybody show Twisted Choodle some love. Do I plan on releasing a tutorial for Sweet Scent Manip? Yeah, I'm probably gonna... I kind of wanted to record it this morning, but then I didn't. So I'm probably gonna record it tomorrow morning. I don't have a video teaching people how seeds are farmed. I have a video on how I farmed seeds for the GBA games. All RNG manips are pretty much the same in this game. Sweet Scent is only slightly more difficult because sometimes you can get... You saw it earlier where I got 2 Gastly that were exactly the same. It's pretty much it. You know, it's not much harder otherwise. Seeds are farmed in I don't know how to explain this right. Seeds appear in a specific order every single time. So what we do when we farm seeds is we're figuring out that order one way or another, right? On the GBA, it was using the bot plus a custom script that I wrote in the GBA itself. On the Switch, it was also that originally, and now on the Switch, it's now on the Switch, it is we're using Sysbot CFW. Real 96 and Xiao have been putting in just an unbelievable amount of work to figure out how to get it working good. And the Switch has proved troublesome because the Switch's inconsistent boot times make it hard to figure out what seed appears and when, basically. Dude, the fact that iPhone doesn't have numlock, by the way, is ridiculous. And I know this is like an older iPhone that I'm using. This is just like my old phone from like 5 years ago or something like that. But all right, we were 1 seed late. See, this is what makes it hard, right? Like, we're aiming for advance 996. I could have hit any of these. And we were 1 seed late, though. We knew this. So that's fine. These are all the exact same Gastly. Look, they all have the exact same personality, idea, and nature. There's no way to tell them apart. So, we're just going to have to try again. Hopefully get a different Pokemon. Egg RNG would be for this game. I would do an Egg RNG for this game. We have to have a text-only field flag. Oh, I see. Just gotta adjust your macro timings. I'm telling you right now, with no controller on the Switch, no macro controller, no anything like that, can you get 100% consistent timings with the Switch or the Switch 2. The Switch 2 is better, but the Switch, it's not... It's impossible. No, it's not your Pokemon's PID, it's just what the stats are. It's not even human inconsistency, it's that the Switch has a boot time inconsistency. It's just the bingo feature is not done. Lincoln just made it very quickly as like a fun thing for Jeff and I. Using a controller to auto get shinies is lame. Does it look like that's what I'm doing? But also, it's like, even if you think it's lame, I guess my point would be, what's the purpose of sharing that? Like, I think it's better to reframe it rather than saying it's lame. You reframe it to say something like, that misses what I enjoy being fun. Like, that's the way I try to say it. Oops. What? I missed the button twice? Like, for me, the way I say it is something like, using a macro controller would not... It doesn't have what makes it fun for me. It doesn't have what makes it fun for me. So, that's what I tend to say. Because, like, what's fun for me is controlling and playing the game. Like, I don't care as much just about the end results. And one of the things that I think is the coolest part of RNG manipulation is that you are forcing the game to give you what you want while with just your hands. Like, I think that's one of the coolest parts. There's nothing external altering the game. Very awesome, Alexander. I don't know if I would ever make a non-written Teachy TV guide. Teachy TV is so niche, especially the more seeds that you get over time, the less and less Teachy TV is required. Teachy TV is probably only needed for like 2 or 3 spreads in the entire game and the GBA right now. Right? Good luck on your Charmander. You should consider RNG manipulation. It's very fun. I was thinking about doing an Ace stream next stream. Setting up Ace and stuff like that. Alright, we should calibrate. But I don't want to do it. I hate calibrating. Because I kind of need to beat this game at this point. I'm very early into the game. Still, I only have 4 badges. You never use an offset. You never, ever... You don't need to know the sweet scent offset. Delete the idea Delete the idea that there's an offset, or delete the idea that there is an offset that matters from your mind. That idea is wrong. You're actually engaging in wrong think. Yo, welcome to Happy Car 0102. I appreciate you. Everybody, show them some Blissy love. If we get 4 more members, I will gift 5 to chat. By the way, 4 more members and I will gift 5 to chat. To be fair, offset should probably be deleted from the 10 lines. There has to be a world where it's usable for something. Like, we technically use an offset for the SID RNG, for example, because there's no way to calibrate around it. You can't calibrate. So if there's an RNG where you cannot calibrate, that's what offset would be useful for, but I don't know what it would be for. Yo, Zip, thank you for the membership. Welcome to Happy. Only 3 more members, and I'll gift 5 to chat. Yeah, I'm not getting a shiny right now because I'm just not doing a good job timing. Two more Happy members. Welcome, Major XL and Not a Lock. Welcome, welcome. 1 more and I gift 5 to chat. Is that Green Darkness? That's Green Darkness's old YouTube icon, I think. Thank you for the gifted, Coldstone. Everybody show Coldstone some blit. Thank you for the gifted, Flash. Okay, well, I'm going to gift 5 members to chat right now. Give me 1 second. Five gifted. I'm a person of my word. And I'll gift 5 more when we get to 10. And that's my max gifting capacity. Did I hit this Gastly already? No, it's just also impish. That's funny. We were 1 seed early, pretty early on the continue screen frames. I want to hit my seed, though. My cats are going apeshit, by the way. That was probably not good. Oh, game chat, get out of here. Yeah, I already made a static RNG tutorial. Oh. Is it normal for cats to just beat each other up? It can be, as long as they're play fighting. You have to be able to tell the difference between play fighting and regular fighting. Is 1 rare candy enough to do Magikarp? Yes, I only used 1 rare candy for Magikarp. I used the one that you get in Mount Moon. It was plenty. For me, anyway. Thank you for the super sticker, Zip. I have no idea what currency that is, but the 298 in your currency. Thank you. Singapore dollar. Ah, thank you. That makes sense. What are your thoughts on using the macro controller? Using a macro controller takes away what is fun for me. Like, so I wouldn't do it. Right? Like, again, the fun for me is that, like, a timer tells me when to push A, and then using my meat hands, my meat body, I control the digital thing. That's what's really cool about it to me. Like, I really love the idea that there's no alterations to the game. There's no alterations to the game. There's no hacks. There's no glitches even. There's no external controllers. I am forcing it. I'm using my willpower and my brain power to get a shiny or whatever I want to spawn. It's really cool. That's what I think is the coolest part about RNG Manips. Yo, thank you for the $10, Mr. ROMK. I appreciate you. Successfully minted my first shiny Articuno last night. Thank you very much for making the interesting guides and tools. No problem. EonTimer needs to be 574 and 10 lines need to be 500. Whoever said that, there's no point. There's no point in creating an inconsistency. Why I imagine people are talking about a difference between EonTimer and what the 10 lines is saying is because there is a set transition delay type thing. There's like a set transition delay thing in I guess instead of doing this attempt, I can show you what I'm talking about. That's really funny. I knew it was you from the picture, Green Darkness. So, like, here it's going one by one, okay? Right? Here it's going one by one. If you hit A here, it takes a while to transition between one by one going two by two. So if people are suggesting having a difference in the 10 lines versus EonTimer, I wouldn't do it. And the reason for that, again, is because you're going to calibrate it away. So, like, the only two ways for this to happen, there's two ways you could go about this, right? There's three ways that this can be done. One, you have a difference between the advances unit for the overworld timer and 10 lines, which I think is bad. I don't think you should do it, because catching one single Pokemon will change your calibration in Advanced Box 2. That's calibration being minus 5,000. The reason it's so big is because we don't take that delay into account here in this units. I don't like the inconsistency of having the two be different values, because I think that's going to lead to confusion from people, as just happened. They're like, why am I doing this? Why is these numbers different? You don't need to make the numbers different. You're going to calibrate it away. That literally catching one single Pokemon will calibrate the difference between this and whatever 10 lines is away. Number two is if that delay shift is different in every single location, in every single game language, and it is the same across all of them, then we can just simply, if we wanted to fix this, put that value, build it into the 10 lines, and it would change it for us, right? That's the other solution to do it. So there's three potential solutions. One, build it into 10 lines, which, if it's consistent across every single game version and across every single language, we should do that. Number two is doing different values into EonTimer than are in the 10 lines. I don't like that because it causes confusion. Number three is to ignore the difference and catch one single Pokemon and miss, which you're going to do anyway, and calibrate it out, which I think is also the correct solution. There you go. That's why I don't like it. I think there's nothing wrong with incorporating the delay into the 10 lines. I just think we just haven't done it yet because I don't think anybody's checked to make sure the delay is always the same. Because the thing is, if the delay isn't the same every single time between Overworld and that screen, then there's no reason The 600 number is just arbitrary. You could go shorter in the overworld. You go shorter or longer. The bigger number there, the number size there is just how long you're spending in the overworld. I'll do one more, then I'll calibrate. I think it's probably better to spend less time in the overworld, though. What do you mean you can't use that link on your phone? I have no. I'm literally using it on my phone right now. This is a really old phone too. This is like an iPhone 8 or something like that. This is not a new phone, and it's working fine. I think if the delay is always the same, Will, it's fine to build it into 10 lines. I did that with TGTV. I want to say TGTV has a 20 frame entrant, or a 19 frame. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. I want to say TGTV has like a 17 frame entrance lag and like a 3 frame exit lag. So I just built that into TGTV's, the old TGTV calculator that I made. Because it was literally always the same exact thing every single time. So it's less to calibrate out. You'll be less far. But also TGTV matters way more because on the TGTV anyway, you are advancing hundreds of thousands of frames every single second, right? What's up, Just Haley? How you doing? Your phone doesn't display the update button on the 10 lines. Just try refreshing it. Will you hit more than one thing? You have to hit seed plus advance. You have to turn your phone landscape mode for the update button to show? Yes, that's true. I'm sure that'll get fixed eventually. Critical B, by the way. I want to look into the mystery of the critical B. What? Game chat. Get out of here, bro. What's up, Zafiro? How you doing? No, I don't care about retro achievements or anything like that. Gamers, by the way, there's 319 of you here, but only 63 likes. If y'all are having a good time, you're enjoying the stream, please hit the like button. It's the best free way to help me and this stream out. On top of that, if you want to help me out not for free, consider becoming a channel member. It's only $1.99 a month. You get access to my videos early, you get access to a special Discord chat, and a bunch of emojis that you can use in my chat or on my video pages. On top of that, if we get 4 more gifted members, I will gift 5 more members to chat. I keep saying gifted. It's if I get 4 more members total, up to 10, I will gift 5 more members. All right, we have to calibrate here. We have to. Okay. It looks very intimidating. I promise it's really not intimidating. RNG manipulation looks scarier than it is. Trust me. Is Sweet Scent method wild method 1? Nah, not really. It's like mostly method 1. I don't even know if we understand which methods are going to be the most common on the Switch. We would have to do some checking. It's really most on the GBA and the DS, it's really pretty much based entirely on the Pokemon's personality ID that you're aiming for. It's probably functions that way on the Switch, but I don't know for sure. I bet the V-blanking is different. I bet there's other different stuff. So I bet there's going to be differences from the GBA. It's probably not identical. We were 1 seed late. The thing is, I hit Wild 2 this time. It probably is PID based. Ugh. This is silly. I'm going to go again immediately, see if I hit 1 late again. Because if I hit 1 late twice, then I'm probably skewing late slightly. Hi, Blisy. Want to pop in and ask if static encounter guide also works for event ones? Yeah, it works for Deoxys. With Deoxys, you have to increase the overworld timer, though. You should increase it to, like, 600 or to, like, 1200 or, like, 2000 or something. I believe we got, enough, members yesterday where I'm gonna release, like, individual shorts guides, probably, is what it's gonna be. How many years have I been RNG manipulating? I started in... I'm gonna redo this one. I started in, like, 2012. When Black and White 2 came out. Yo! Anub, thank you for the, membership, the Happy New Tier membership. Only 3 more members and I will gift 5. Everybody show them some Blissy love. I started RNG manipulating in 2012 because I was breeding a Volibee in Black and White, and after I finally hatched a Pokemon with 4 perfect IVs, it had the wrong ability, and I was like, there has to be a better way. There must be a better way. That's what I thought. And some Googling eventually led me to the Smogon guys and the Bears fan video guides. Deoxys is generated after. Most of the Pokemon are generated when the screen, basically like just about when the screen starts to flash for the battle, is pretty much when the Pokemon is generated. So that's why Deoxys needs a... That's why Deoxys needs a very long overworld timer. Because it's not generated until it walks down to you. Ho-Oh is the exact same way. Ho-Oh isn't generated until it walks down to you. It also probably needs a pretty long overworld timer. The Bears fans videos were big inspirations for me to make my own RNG tutorials because I had trouble learning from the Smogon guides. I wanted to see, like, videos of what the people were doing. And then, like, I wanted to see when they were hitting A. Like, those types of things made me nervous about, like, am I supposed to hit A at the right time? Because when you first learning RNG, it kind of looks like a glitch. It kind of looks like something that you could mess up, but it actually isn't. But still having like visual feedback of what people are doing is nice. And the Barrows fans guides were really good, but I didn't like that there was no I didn't like that there was like it was like the video looked like shit. Like it was just like a webcam or whatever. As I say this, doing a webcam by the way, but this isn't a guide. Fuck you. And so I bought a DS capture card specifically to make black and white RNG tutorials. I think I was exactly 1 frame early, by the way. Yeah, I was exactly 1 early. Kazo War. Fun fact: I'm Facebook friends with Kazo War. Oh, wait a minute. Kazo War, Kazo War and I have known each other for a long time. My wife doesn't believe this is a repeatable process. I just keep telling her I suck at it. Valid. You have to close the game every time instead of soft reset? Soft resetting doesn't provide consistent seeds. The seeds will be different. Why in your Zapdos guide do you open the menu? I don't understand the NPC thing. So, the RNG does not just advance passively. Right? The RNG advances every single time the video screen finishes rendering, but on top of that, it also advances anytime something random needs to happen. So if there's an NPC that needs to turn randomly, and only turn randomly, like the ones that walk in like a specific pattern, those are fine. But the ones that like turn randomly or they like walk randomly, those ones do advance the RNG every time they do that. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking there's no NPCs. There's not a single NPC in the entire power plant. There is actually the Voltorbs and the items on the ground. Even though there's no animation, they are rotating randomly because that's the default state for NPCs is to turn randomly in their spot. So when you load the overworld, bring up the pause menu, and I think it's just a best practice to bring up the pause menu if you do not know if there's any NPCs or not. So you just bring it up every time. If you just bring it up every time, whether or not there is a visible NPC, because if you don't know, then why chance it, right? Yep, strength boulders are also turning NPCs. Strength boulders cut trees. Strength boulders cut trees, random items on the ground. There's a couple of other things that are... I'll do one more and I'll calibrate. Oak farting? I don't understand. It's true in every Gen 3 game, yes. They're intending to let you transfer stuff to home, but I don't know when it is. Yeah, double check that your phone's not unmuted. This is an insane bit, Jeff, by the way. There are invisible things that can also advance the RNG. For example, the Pokemon cries in the overworld can advance the RNG. When you hear like a guy like in the background go like, bah! That'll advance the RNG. It's not 313. The way the TGTV works is it adds 312 to every single frame. So it would be 314 for TGTV. I believe that's Yatsuna's idea for the egg RNG. Egg RNG is not hard because the emulator is bad or anything like that. Egg RNG is hard because it is a two-step process, and you have to hit the correct seed and frame. It's doable. It's just a huge pain in the ass. Is Ace trackable by Nintendo? Probably. They send metrics like what Pokemon you're using. They record, right? I missed the button. Yeah, I would expect Fire and Leaf Green to be one way. How long have I been hunting this shiny? 58 minutes. I didn't go for Chansey. I was going for Chansey at the end of last stream just for something else to do, but that was just a fun thing to do after I got the Snorlax. After this, I might set up Ace. Dude, I'm actually getting obsessed with the critical bee. I need to go into the decomp and understand what's going on. XD doesn't really have wild Pokemon. How long does it usually take to get a shiny with RNG manip? It just really depends. I'm definitely slower on stream, and I'm also slower with the phone because I don't have it in my headphones. Like, I don't have it directly in my ear, so the timing is a little harder. Sometimes I talk so loud I don't hear the first beep. The thing about RNG manip is it's pretty much gated, like, by skill. How good are you in the moment determines how good you are in the moment determines whether or not you're getting the Pokemon. What's up, Dojo Master? Good morning. XD is better than Colo, but both are fun games. No. Coliseum is not fun or good. I'm actually so glad that it's not available on, like, for home, because I just don't want to make any videos about those games. Coliseum is not harder. Coliseum's music isn't even good. My guides for Colo and XD are very old. They're not worth following. And I'll never make any more. The only reason that Coliseum and whatever are considered hard is because they have like an insane level spike. It's like not hard though. Saw your shiny hunting method. Assuming it's the one you're using, is it similar to BSB Hunt I saw from Papa Hefe? It's the same concept in terms of RNG manips, yeah. No, I mean, I can't make any more. The guy who makes the Coliseum tool wrote a software license that explicitly preventing me from using it to produce anything that generates revenue. So I could not make a Coliseum tutorial if it's monetized. And it's specifically for me to, like, not, so I can't monetize it, not other people. Yeah. Seriously? Yes, I'm dead ass serious. I'm not kidding. It's not a joke. Alright. What did I do to him? I made a stream where I made money while I used his tool. And he said, it's not fair that if you're making a stream or a guide, it makes money, and I don't get that money. And I said, what do you think that, like, video guides have, like, no, or, like, stream entertainment has, like, no, like, what are we talking about here? And he basically was just like, it has no value, you should not make any money from it. Yeah. It's not okay if anybody else does it. It's, you have to ask him for permission, and he has only given permission to 2 people. Who are his friends, by the way, is what it is. It's just, he doesn't like me, but he likes other people. I don't know. I don't understand. I truly don't understand what he's talking about. I don't know. We talked for a very long time about what his problem was with it, and the conclusion that I came to is he actually has no understanding of what upsets him. The whole conversation is completely public in my Discord, for the record. Like, you could just find it. You could just find it in my Discord, the argument that we had. There was no consistency or logic to his thoughts. He genuinely doesn't understand. I genuinely don't understand what upset him. Oh. No one would make money streaming games. People can make money streaming. In fact, games isn't a software license. The reason people can make money streaming games is the companies allow gamers, like people who streaming a game is basically free advertisement for a monetized product, and companies realize that. But if you remember, in like the early 2010s and like the mid-aughts, when YouTube started popping off, Nintendo would copyright claim you on YouTube for streaming Mario. Like, they would just copyright you because companies own the distribution rights. They own the distribution rights and, like, the streaming rights for games. For some reason, streaming a video game is actually, like, the same type of rights as streaming movies. So a company can fully restrict it if they chose to. They have full ability to restrict it if they want to. They tried to do this to Super Smash Bros. Melee for 2013 EVO. They've done it to Mario before.
They tried to be like a YouTube middle manager where Nintendo would get like 60% of the revenue from the YouTube videos you made about their games, and you would get 40. It was very, very strange. They finally realized how bad of marketing that it is, but like they only realized it because they were getting bad press. What tool is it? It's called Copilot. I gotta go do. He got really mad that I complained about Cinepoke, a Japanese developer, for being a petulant child loser. But, like, they are? I saw them tweet today. Hold on, I want to find the tweet. Because it was so bad. And I wanted to say something and I didn't say anything, but... Or they're called Kakera, is what their actual name is. Let me find it. Let me find the tweet. I despise... So this is a Japanese dev that that taught the Copilot dev a lot of things, and this dev is the person who made the original Coliseum tools and then hid all of them. And I was just like, this person is a child. Like, this person behaves like a child. They are a little baby. It's really annoying the way that they behave. I don't like them. And the Copilot dev took issue with that. And this person today said, I utterly despise from the bottom of my heart people who can't speak Japanese, have no reading comprehension, and show no intention of trying to learn anything, understand nothing at all, and manage to learn how to do RNG abuse by mimicking steps while deluding themselves into thinking that they're intelligent. And I'm like, yeah, okay, bro. You're right. Let's gatekeep a hobby. It's just like, I don't know, man. Like, this person is a person that you respect a lot. You're allowed to think that someone is very intelligent and, like, has good ideas and also is, like, a baby idiot. If that makes sense. Like, obviously, Kakera is very smart. Like, they're the ones who figured out Blink, right? That doesn't mean I can't call them a petulant child. I don't have to have any respect for them just because they're smart. I would say that most people are smarter than me. But just because people are smarter than me doesn't mean I have to respect them. Like, that's not how it works, you know? I don't know. Yake, I'm gonna get this next week and start. Is this Zubat? Surely this is Zubat, right? Deadly Keeper? I don't know anybody else who calls me Yake. Yeah, Zubat. Hope you're doing well, dude. Oh. Yeah, things are going pretty great here. I moved to Michigan because New York, New Jersey's too expensive. Shit sucks. All my Cuban friends call me Yake. How's snow been on your end? It's fine. I moved to Southeast Michigan, and I lived in... I moved from Southeast New York to Southeast Michigan, so it's really not very different at all. I would say that we get a little more snow on average. Like, there is more snow, like, flurries that we get than I used to get in New York, but in terms of the amount of snow, there's really no difference. Yes. The northern Michigan got destroyed. No. I'm not against macros, if that makes... Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Chris, like, I am not against using macros to get a shiny or whatever. Like, I don't do it because it's not fun for me. Like, and this is the reason I don't want to say that I'm against it or they're bad or they're cheating or whatever, is because it's like, if you had fun learning to do the Raspberry Pi to build a macro controller, like, that's a valuable thing that you did, and your fun is, like, totally valid, right? Does that make sense? So it's like, I would never say, like, I just don't do it. Like, and also, like, I had to learn how to do C++ stuff for my Arduino to farm the seeds. Like, yes, I had to use a macro controller to farm seeds so I could do this, right? I wouldn't be able to do this without a version of a macro controller, right? Like, that's just how it works. So, like, it would be completely hypocritical to, like, shit on it in that sense, right? So... And I'm on the wrong Pokemon. If you're ever on the wrong Pokemon or the wrong nature, all you gotta do is backspace once and re-input the last number and everything will be updated. Wild 4 on seed. I am skewing early. Alright. We're probably hitting seed a decent amount. Stop this. I almost don't want to adjust. But I think I'm skewing early on this. I think I am skewing early. What's up, Emmanuel Baltazar? Right, we have to reload the page. South Texan Titan, thank you for the 5 gift pack. Holy moly. What the heck? And, as promised, 5 gifted, chat. We hit 10 gifted, so I'm giving 5. Bada bing, bada boom. I missed the button, no. I gotta turn that Nightbot message off now. Let me turn that Nightbot message off. Timers. I'm turning off the member match thing because we already hit 10, so. Of course, thank you for the 5 gifted. I appreciate you. Why don't you think you would ever try doing an RNG manip, Emmanuel? Like, what is that scary about it? You can do RNG with a phone now? Yup. EonTimer 10 lines, baby. That's why I'm doing... Because people have been asking, like, why are you streaming like this? Why are you streaming with your Switch, like, unplugged and, like... And it looks ugly and whatever the heck. It's like, the answer is because I think doing mobile RNG is cool as fuck. So, I want to show it off. Like, I'll eventually go back to, like, I almost did it today. I almost went back to, like, the normal desktop approach today, but I was like, I'll just do one more. I doubt it will be blocked. But I don't know. Yes, it works for Deoxys, General Max. I talk about Deoxys in the video. I'm saying Frosted Poke. I'm saying. If I wanted more Master Balls, I would just use Ace. I would just use glitches. Is there even a lottery in this game? I don't even think there's a lottery in Fire Red, is there? There's no day-night cycle. How could they have a lottery if they wanted to do a once-day event? People are really interested in being, like, exclusionary. It's like a culture thing. It's like a culture thing, right? It's like, you know, you are the enemy because of X, right? It's like, I spend time... I don't know how to explain it because it is hard to understand because I'm not this type of person, but, like, these people will see that they will soft reset 10,000 times for 100 hours to get a shiny, and then they'll see me get it in an hour doing this, and they'll think, that's wrong, that affects the value of the thing that I got. When, like, the truth of the matter is, it's like, you cannot compare a Pokemon to, like, a physical object, right? You can't... Charmander is not the same as my advanced GG thing that I have. Like, it's not... They're not the same. There is no inherent value to a shiny Charmander. There is inherent value to this because it took resources and, like, time to make. Like, the only value of a Charmander is what you want from it. Your shiny Charmander is not real. It's ephemeral. Add? True. You can get 10% off your next Advanced GG order with code blisy. If you want to support me while getting a product, shopping from Advanced GG is the way to go. I get 50% off of anything that you buy. So anything that you buy from them directly supports me if you use my referral link that Nightbot's spitting out. If you want to support me more directly, consider becoming a channel member. If we get 50 members today, I will do an egg RNG guide. Other than that, you can do super chat. And if you want to support me for free, hit the like button on the stream and share the stream around. It's the best way to support me is liking and sharing. I'm doing well, Jesse. Hope you are. I enjoy, with the phone RNG manips now, Haley, I enjoy doing it while I'm watching TV or whatever. Like, my wife was playing Pokopia on the couch, and I got my Shiny Dugtrio on the couch using RNG manip. And I thought it was so cool. I was just like, this is so cool. I can finally share this with people I care about. I can finally just show people it's cool as fuck, blah, blah, blah. Like, I thought it was so cool. And it's, you know, it's only doable for Gen 3 right now, but hopefully it'll be doable for more. You can reference the list on retailrng.com, Seuss. I think it's the yes button, though. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't have a Switch Lite. Good. Yeah, once you start getting the seed locked in, it'll be a lot better. Critical B, dude. I'm actually getting obsessed with Critical B. I gotta look into it. You cannot RNG 6 IV legendary dogs in this game. The legendary dogs are glitched to have 4 IVs always be 0, and attack cannot go higher than 7. What if I put them inside a man? With Ace? I bet you Home is not going to notice the glitched IVs, I'll tell you that. I was thinking about trying to find a way to make, like, an event virus. Like, if you make an Ace code that makes one of my events, that then you can just go into multiplayer mode with an IRL friend, and it would share the event with that person. I was thinking about trying to make a virus in that way. I don't know. I think I could do it. That way it would only take one person to do, like, it would take a couple of people to do, like, a, it would take a couple of people to... I'm trying to think how it would work. Because shared RAM only has... The problem is link cable debugging is, like, impossible / really, really hard. But, like, the idea would be that... Oh, dude, I probably could do it. How would I do it? It would be something like... I set up a Jirachi event in my save file using Ace, using Hexwriter, so it would take a long time. Then after that, it would have something running in the vblank. It would have something running in the vblank section. I would then be able to copy my Jirachi RAM script thing into the VBlank thing. The question is, how would I get the other game without any glitches or hacks to read my code? That's the real question, right? I know there is like a share wonder card function. I wonder if it's good enough to just make a really good wonder card. If I just make a really good wonder card and I could just have people share it, no? No. I think there's surely a cleaner way. It would be something like, look at where the point counter goes in memory or something. In like in RAM. And overwrite that part. I think you could do it without any glitches on the receiving game. I think you could do it without any glitches or any payload on the receiving game. Yeah, that would be something that works. I think I could probably get it to work invisibly entirely without a move, but a move could work. What the? FA, are you watching Steel Ball Run today? It's out right now. I'm just waiting for dinner. Alright, I have to calibrate. I so don't want to, though. I agree, Repentaheart. It's very nice for this to be accessible. What do you think of One Piece live action? Slop. One Piece live action is like such a pointless adaptation. Like, what does the One Piece live action adaptation do that is better than the manga in any way, shape, or form? Like, there's nothing it does superior. I don't know. Like, I don't understand what the appeal of it is. Condenses the amount you have to watch. Do not watch One Piece! I'm gonna fucking crash out if someone talks about watching One Piece. The One Piece anime fucking sucks ass. The anime sucks. Do not watch the anime. Read it. Read the manga. The manga is such a better product than the anime. It's like unbelievable. Like, it is so much better. fucking crash out, bro. Just read. You guys have eyeballs. You can read. I fucking hate the One Piece anime. It's so dog shit. The only way that you can watch the One Piece anime with any amount of quality is if you watch a fan cut that removes all of the insane bloat that they add. Like, Toei is just a dog shit company, bro. They do not make good product. It's ridiculous. Hopefully the Studio Wit thing will be an improvement. It's 1 seed early, 1 frame late. Respectfully, I'm gonna watch the anime. Anime's dog ass, bro. Dog ass anime. You're actually, like, literally wasting your own life watching the anime because it's so shit. The art is shit. The pacing is shit. The filler is shit. You know, a large portion of the One Piece fan base thinks that Skypiea is like an arc with pacing problems and like thinks that it's bad, when it's one of the best arcs in the pre-time skip manga. I remember reading Skypiea after hearing about how it's a slog and like really bad, and like then reading it and being like, what is everybody fucking talking about, bro? Like, literally, what are they talking about? Because it's paced totally fine in the manga. The anime just adds a bunch of garbage filler. Oh, I almost reset. Almost reset over it, bro. I was literally about to delete it because I was like, I'm not getting this guy. I was literally about to delete it. Yeah, I'll name it One Pace. W. If your heart is wavering, Johnny Joestar, do not calibrate EonTimer. Banger. Yeah, that's why I wanted to go for Gastly. The shiny's pretty, right? It's a nice shiny. I got a timid one. Do I like Dragon Ball? Yes, but I feel the exact same way about the Dragon Ball anime. Just read it. The manga for Dragon Ball is so fucking good. Like, the anime is actually just ass. I'm not even kidding when I say if you wanted to experience Dragon Ball and you are like, you're allergic to reading, just watch Abridged because it's just better. I fucking hate that, dude. The true hot take is that anime sucks if it's weekly. That's the actual true real hot take. If you're watching an adaptation of an anime that's a weekly anime, it just is gonna suck. It's just gonna be bad. That's just how it works. What anime that would I recommend watching? You watch anime if it's original anime product, or if, like, seasonal adaptations tend to be a lot better. So it's like, for example, one of my favorite animes is Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann, amazing. Gurren Lagann was not a weekly release, and Gurren Lagann also wasn't an adaptation. It was born to be an anime. That's how it was created. Sword Art Online is fire? No. Sword Art Online, I think that if you like Sword Art Online, it's like a red flag. Like, it's like a red flag as a human that there's something wrong with you. Like, I literally think that it is a, if you're like a man and you're talking to a woman and like trying to date, and the man says, I like Sword Art Online, you should leave. Like, I'm not joking. This is real. You should leave. Like, it's a red flag. The woman should leave in that scenario. I feel very strongly about Sword Art Online and how it is like an indicator of a dangerous person. I think it's not good. What if the girl says she likes SAO? Also problems, I would think. It's worse if a man likes it, though. If you like Sword Art Online, this is not a safe space for you. I'll say that much. I don't know. I was thinking about setting up Ace instead of doing another hunt. There's a difference between watching something and liking it. If you actively watch the first season of Sword Art Online and you're like, I liked all of it holistically, like, then yeah, that's a red flag. I'm not kidding. That show is like a male, like, fantasy show. Like, dude, the first season is so insane. It is just like a weird, like, harem fantasy where all the women are in love with Kirito. And then, like, dude, I can't even talk about this. I'm getting triggered. It's insane. I genuinely hate Sword Art Online. But you need to RNG Eevee to do the Ace stuff. I guess I could respawn it. I need to do like a bunch of stuff for Ace. No, I'm mixing up male glitch with I'm like conflating like 10 different things. I'm thinking about your male glitch with Eevee. I'm thinking about your male glitch. You're like what unencrypted Pokemon shuffling. That's what I'm conflating it with. Oh. I always use the audio. Thank you, Cobalt. Yeah, Gurren Lagann is a very great show. Now, if you wanted to tell me what is my favorite anime that's an adaptation, it's probably Ping Pong. Ping Pong the animation. But Ping Pong's only like 12 or 13 episodes or something like that. Ping Pong is only like 12 or 13 episodes, and I actually think the Ping Pong anime is better than the manga. The manga is quite good, but the Ping Pong anime is better, for sure. The worst part of the male glitch is leveling up Mr. Mime to 33. I mean, you could just clone rare candies, no? Oh my god, I don't want to do anything. I'm feeling resistance to doing Ace setup. I have to go to the bathroom. Ace Live. If we get up to 20 members, I will do the Ace setup live in like the next like 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Oh. We got no new membies, so I'm gonna head off at this point. What is this button? Why is it glowing? I'm gonna head off. Thank y'all for the support on stream today. My next stream is probably gonna be Ace, and then do a bunch of crazy shit with that. Yeah, it'll be my next stream. Shorter one today, but yeah. I have other stuff that I gotta do. I gotta do videos and other stuff like that. So, see you later.